Good morning. It's December 3rd. I thought I'd come out here and kind of show you what's going on in the garden, what we're growing this fall. This is kind of just kind of an overview of what we got. We had some additions this year. We had a couple raised beds. I'll show you what's growing in them too. Let's start right here in the corner. This is actually this stuff growing in this box was actually kind of an experiment. It didn't get very much sun on this corner, so we just planted a couple of things just to see how it would do. Some lettuce and radishes and some carrots, and they're not really doing that great. They're still growing, but they're just real slow. And then here we have our lettuce. This is we got the first two rows are red sail lettuce. And then we have some stuff in the back. It's this mesclun mix. I'm not sure exactly what all's in it. There's about 3 or 4 different kinds of lettuce in that mix. And then we have a row of butter crunch. Or I'm sorry, no, this is 3 rows of romaine. 3 rows of romaine lettuce. And you see 2 of them in the back there. They're about ready. This is the second planting, so those 2 are from the first group. They're ready. And back under the trellis, I don't know if you can see it, back under the trellis, this is all iceberg. We planted this a little bit late. I don't know exactly how it's going to do. It takes about 70 days to mature and make a head. So I don't know if we're going to make it. Oh, while we're right here, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this broccoli. This is actually stir-fry broccoli. This isn't regular broccoli. I know it looks a little different. The stalks are kind of long, but they grow a little bit different than the other type of broccoli. So what we can do is and these heads, they won't get real big like a traditional broccoli, but you're supposed to be able to pick it with the part of the stalk, and you cook the stalk and the head and everything together, and it's supposed to be pretty good. But once you clip that head, you have some more, let's see if you can see it, some more side shoots that'll come up, and they'll continue to come up for a little while. And here's a jalapeno plant that's still going. We've had a few cold nights, but it's still growing, and some pretty good sized jalapenos on there. I got a few of them that are ready to pick. Actually, quite a few. Alright, and then we have some Brussels sprouts back there in the back. And then back behind that, we have spaghetti squash. The spaghetti squash is actually, we just saved some seeds from a store-bought spaghetti squash and planted them just to see how they do. And they've done okay. There's 2 or 3 squash on it. A couple of the other ones fell off. I think it got too cold for it one night, and all the tops of the leaves turned black and started to fall off. So I don't know, I think it just got a little too cold. And then here's our carrots. They're doing okay. Some of them will probably be ready before too long. I don't know if you'll be able to see anything. It's kind of hard to see, but you dig around it a little bit and you can see carrots are starting to form. I don't know how big they are yet. And then here we got this is our traditional broccoli. We've got 3 that we planted right at the same time, and they're coming along pretty good. The head, it's not real big yet, but they're still tight and firm. So I think probably another week or 2 and they'll be ready to pick. This plant actually got pretty big. I was surprised. Cauliflower's coming on. I've got 2 cauliflowers. Actually, they're both putting heads on now. But you can see it. He's just starting to fill out a little bit behind the broccoli. I thought they'd kind of be around the same time, but here's a row of green kale. that's pretty much ready at any time. We'll pick that here shortly in a couple days, and Charlotte sautés that. We'll eat that like that. And let's go over here to the raised bed. I'll show you what we got going on here. This was the new addition. We just installed this year and started to expand our growing area a little bit. This is another row of broccoli. This was planted about a month after the broccoli that we just seen, to kind of space out the harvest time. So maybe probably about a month or two after we harvest the first broccoli, then we'll be able to get some over here. This is one of the plants from the first batch, so he's coming on right around the same time. Yeah, and this one's got a little head on it too. Now this kale here, I don't know if it's because of the raised bed or if I did something different with the nutrients, but this kale looks way better than the other kale over there we planted. It's bigger, it's definitely greener, and the leaves are kind of closer together. So I don't really know what's attributed to that. But then here we have, it's another broccoli or a cauliflower. I'm not too sure. I think it's a broccoli. And then we've got a cauliflower down here. So this was all just to kind of space out our growing a little bit. And then here we have a couple heads of romaine and some red sail lettuce and a row of butter crunch. And this I think is some butter crunch too. We got a couple left over, so that's 2 heads of butter crunch. We like the salad greens. They grow easy and they're plentiful. We've already picked probably 7 or 8 heads of romaine. So it's a good thing to plant. It's easy to grow, it's quick to mature. Alright, this is my bed of garlic. Now this is the first time growing garlic, so I'm not sure how this is going to go. I planted this right around Halloween. Actually, I think it was the day after Halloween. And supposedly it was supposed to grow more roots and not as much green, so it can overwinter. But as you can see, there's quite a bit of green that has come up on it. So I don't know when it gets cold. You know, we only have a few days of cold here. We're in zone 8B, southeast Georgia. So like today's the 3rd of December, and it's probably 70-some degrees already at 9 o'clock this morning. So we don't have to experience too much cold, but we do get a few cold nights, and I don't know if they'll freeze back and fall off. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but we're gonna just try and experiment this year. These 2 rows to the right, this is actually Transylvania garlic. I ordered that from Burpee, and I planted that at the same time as I planted these other 3 rows, which was actually just grocery store garlic we got from Walmart one day when we was picking up groceries, and we planted those. And as you can see, they've actually done a lot better than the seed garlic that I ordered. I don't know what happened there. I'm not real sure, but the seed garlic did not come up very well. The cloves were a lot smaller. Maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know, but I wasn't too impressed with that. It took a long time to come up, and they're just coming up real slow. And as you can see, some of them didn't even come up. We've got 2 or 3 that probably didn't even sprout. Well, there's one now starting to sprout. But for the most part, they really didn't come up that well. And there's our blueberry plants. One of them still holding all its leaves. The other one has dropped all its leaves. I don't know if that's normal or not. I hope so, because this is the first year we're doing blueberries. But anyway, that's our garden at a glance. Like I say, this is the 1st of December, first week of December. And I think the garden looks pretty good, to be honest with you. And hopefully we'll get some broccoli and some carrots soon, and we'll do another video on the harvest of broccoli. Thanks for watching.